cheat code, watch this. Hit the right. Hit the UE. Hit the right again. Cheat code works every single time. Okay, lane split past the ossifer. So unfortunately, I lost my footage from Halloween night, which definitely sucks, but kind of forces my hand to talk about something that I kind of wanted to talk about anyway, and that's bike talk. Oh my goodness, where do I even start? This is gonna be completely off the dome, you know, no meta glasses with my script pulled up or anything, just straight raw Mr. Moto thoughts, okay? Bike talk has been blowing up recently, and it's been blowing up for a while now, to be honest, but I've only really noticed it recently, ever since I started making content and ever since I started riding, and it is a plague. And unfortunately, it gets a lot of engagement from the book talk girlies over on TikTok, which is another plague of its own. If you don't know what book talk is, I'm not even gonna explain it because there's most likely kids watching. So I'm not gonna explain it. It's a plague of its own. But bike talk is the male version and like the biker community version of book talk, and it's essentially just guys with their shirts off posing on motorcycles, trying to look hot, trying to get engagement that way. They're also known as helmet creators, and there's not a better way to put it, to be honest. These bike talkers are miserable. Every time I see something on it, I just cringe a little bit inside. And they get engagement because a bunch of girls think they're hot and they like it, and they give the engagement, and they're posted up with their muscle shirts and flexing on the camera with their tinted visor looking mysterious. It goes after a very specific demographic, and it's younger-ish girls that just find these guys hot. And it's unfortunate because people who make actual bike content, whether they've been making it for a while or just starting like I am, it takes away a lot of the engagement, and in my opinion, it takes away the fun of it a little bit too, because they're not really getting organic engagement. It's just people who like the way they look and they engage with it, and they don't watch it because they like their content. They strictly like it and follow because of the way the guy looks. And it's taken a lot from motovlogging and from other bike content, other motorcycle content, because that's what you're seeing all over social media now. You're seeing bike talk. You're seeing these people with their Insta360 camera set up and them wearing a tank top, showing off their muscles, riding, you know, with some cringy, corny caption. And that's what people are engaging with. Hey, nice turn, buddy. And that's what people are engaging with. And there's really nothing you can do about it as a motorcycle creator. You just have to keep making your own content and keep upping the production value of yours. But it is ridiculous. And it's sad to see what the motorcycle community has devolved to. And it's just kind of an aesthetic now, instead of like an art, you know? It's like, oh, the look of you with your gear, with your helmet on, and whatever. And look, I agree, it looks cool, okay? It looks cool. I wear a hoodie instead of a jacket because I think it looks cooler, and it's also more comfortable. But it's turned into just strictly an aesthetic, and people don't really care about the motorcycles themselves. And I do appreciate the YouTubers and the social media influencers who are still making normal, educational, or entertaining motorcycle videos that aren't just showing off, or showing off themselves rather. So look, you can show off on your motorcycle, do wheelies, do stunts, you know, that's all skill that you built. If you're just gonna pose on your motorcycle to look good, that's what I mean by showing off. That is just so cringy to me, and it's sad to see. It's really sad to see. And I mean, the content really speaks to itself. I don't know how you wouldn't think it's corny. I'll even put some up on the screen right now. This is what Bike Talk is all about. This is what it's all about. It's so lame. It's zero skill, really. No skill whatsoever. They sit on a motorcycle, take some pictures or take a video, put some funk music in there or something, I don't know, and hit upload. And they get so many views, bro. They get so much engagement, and there's some negative engagement, which we need negative engagement, okay? Whether it's just to be mean or to actually help with feedback, ultimately, it's gonna help with feedback at the end of the day. But I think we should kind of clown on these people, these bike talkers, clown on them. Oh my goodness. It's just cringe, and it's ruining the community, okay? Tell them I brought you there. I don't care. It's a play. It's so bad, and it's preying these young girls who find that attractive, and they'll just keep engaging with it and following it and looking at it, and it's just so lame. It's such lame, low effort content, and a lot of these people have dope looking bikes or dope sounding bikes and stuff like that. Dude, you could make legitimate content with that. You could make legitimate content. I don't know why you're not. You decide to go to the trends that end up dying at some point, and I hope Bike Talk will be one that dies, and you get your engagement, and you get your, you know, followers that only follow you because of one of your posts and that don't actually stick around, and it skews all your statistics. I won't even get into that. But dude, if you have a cool bike, if you have the desire to make content, the worst place you can go is to Bike Talk content. That is the last place you should go if you have a genuine desire and genuine skill and actual cool and good equipment. All it takes is throwing an Insta360 cam on the front or back, or putting a GoPro on, or both. Just do a little extra, make legitimate content, get a legitimate fan base, and stop preying on young girls that find you hot. And look, what these people don't know is there's a reason they're wearing a helmet, all right? There's a reason they're wearing a helmet. There's a reason they're only showing their body and not their face, all right? Bike Talk would be shut down in an instant if all of these bike talkers took off their helmet and showed what they really looked like. Maybe they should do that. Maybe they should do that. See what happens. You know, see what happens to Bike Talk when you stop posting with your helmet on. You stop being mysterious, you know, and you put some actual content up, or show your face. There's some bike talkers. There's some bike talkers that put legitimate content, like Matthew Woods. He has legitimate content. He posts some corny stuff. Do I think it's corny? Absolutely. It's super corny, but the majority of his content is educational or storytelling. If you go to the average bike talker, it's all bike talk. At night, dark filters, showing off your muscles, ZX6R. I mean, that's the starter pack right there. That's the starter pack for Bike Talk content. But anyway, I got a perfect opportunity to talk about that because of my stupidity and deleting my content. So it had to be talked about. Someone had to do it. I'm the chosen one. Thank you for watching, everyone. Make sure you like and subscribe. Also, go follow the socials. I'll put them on the screen somewhere. I post once a week, every weekend, and I post multiple times a week on Shorts and Instagram and TikTok. So go follow all of those. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and I'll see you next time. Later.